Quas and Keith after a very solid win, evening up that head-to-head 1-1 there against Gravity. And Quas, you became a monster there on Kennen, even going in for that quadra kill, securing the quadra at the end of the game. I do want to touch on Champion Select, though, because there were some fun picks that came in this time around. We had Kennen on your side, but we also had the Hecarim and the Victor on the other side. So as a team, when you saw that Hecarim locked in, of course, we were all talking about the mind games of whether or not it's going to go mid or top. Did you have similar questions, or were you confident that that was going top?
Yeah, so when you see Hecarim being picked by Gravity, you immediately assume that Keen's going to play, because he's known by that. But we also knew that Hansers played in solo queue, so we knew the possibility of that being the case. But we decided to pick Kennen because it was a pretty safe pick for top for me, and I think it would have been fine either way.
So the first pick Lysandra had come in, was that originally intended to be a top lane pick, and then it was flexed to the mid lane for the Kennen, or did you just kind of have, hey, this is a really safe pick because we can play it in either place?
Yeah, that's how most teams perceive Lysandra. It's like a pretty safe pick. I mean, I've played it before, and Phoenix also plays it, so depending on the matchup, we tend to flex it, yeah.
All right. And Keith, I want to talk to you about the fact that you've come in, you've had lots of success with the team, right? We discussed earlier, and we actually had a sound clip from Dominate earlier about the fact that you are coming into your role and building this confidence. So I want to ask you again, just kind of about how you feel you're stepping into that role of the AD carry on this team.
Well, honestly, because after a couple games at LCS, I'm getting used to it. So I think I can play more at ease, and I can just mesh with the team, and we'll just play how we normally do, and yeah. Now,
so you've been deemed, though, as a slightly more supportive style carry as opposed to Piglet, and we had heard in one of the videos that your organization put out where your coach was talking to Dominate about the fact that with Piglet he had to sacrifice some farm for the sake of Piglet to get even more fed. But with you, it's a different story. Do you feel like you are still able to fulfill the duties of an AD carry role within the confines of having less farm?
Yeah, and also there's less pressure on me. I can rely on my team to carry me. Like this game, I honestly didn't do anything except farm and shoot some rockets and win the game.
Right, so it's nice to know that you guys have the threats across the map, and that's where I'm going to return to you, Quas, because with that Kennen, we saw you go for that early Rylai's. Was that specifically in reaction to the Hecarim and needing to avoid some kind of burst potential?
I think it's pretty good into the team comp. I think just being a little bit tankier was really beneficial, because if I rushed like an Hourglass, I would have gotten bursted down by the Victor really easily. So I think it was just a safer pickup to rush in that game.
And there was also a lot of focus into the top lane, of course, from the get-go, given that we're seeing Hecarims take that Ignite and no flash in the top lane. So was that, as soon as the Hecarim was locked in, we're like, we know where we're going with our first gank, we're going to go top lane, we're going to get the ball rolling?
So actually, I tried playing the Hecarim with Ignite top, and I died to the first gank that came to my lane. So I was like, yeah, Dom, let's do the same thing to this guy. And then it worked out pretty easily.
Yeah, absolutely. It got you rolling. You had that ranged matchup. Was there any fear, though, as well, of a lane swap? Because we here on the desk were hypothesizing how much tougher it is for Hecarim, obviously, against a ranged harass champion like Kennen.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that it didn't lane swap. That matchup's heavily on my favor because he can really harass me or trade with me. So they should have, in my opinion, 2v1, and that would have been better for them.
All right, and then Keith, tomorrow you guys are going to be playing against CLG. You've already taken out the Titan in TSM, and you beat CLG the last time that you guys played against them. So that's a pretty sweet pedigree, one, just as a team, to have been taking out the teams at the top of the table. How confident are you guys going into that matchup tomorrow?
I think it'll be a really fun game. We beat them before, but it was with a sub. But, I look up to Double Lift, and I think it'll be a really good game.
Yeah, do you think you're going to match up pretty fairly against that bot lane? You're going to give them a run for your money?
Yeah.
All right, I like to hear that. Well, congratulations again on the win, guys, because that does move you into that 4th place position.
Great.
So rightfully deserved, of course. Well, we're going to flash away while Team Solo Mid and Team Dignitas load in for our next match. Don't go anywhere. The Spring Split action continues shortly.
All right, let's go.
Go.
Rush.
Go!
I'd rather do this, boys. Playing that very nicely. Quas gets Gravity where he wants him, but is it ready for the slicing Maelstrom? That's going to be 2 wiped out.
right, Phoenix in the
went in real hard. He does have the Zanyas. It has not been used yet, so he can still put himself in safety. That's going to be slicing Maelstrom. Flash forward. Cop gets caught. That's going to be Keen as well. The barrier's on, but it's only going to last so long, and it's going to be Liquid taking down Gravity. Week 6.